Hour Special Edition.
Good evening, India. This is Times Now. You're watching the News Hour. My name is Pranesh. When Prime Minister Modi reached out to Bohra Muslims in Mumbai, his message was that he was not there as Prime Minister, but as one of their own. That he joined them as their family member. Let's first listen in to what the PM said so that we understand the larger story we are talking about today.
मैं आपके परिवार का सदस्य हूं, न मैं यहां प्रधानमंत्री हूं, न मुख्यमंत्री हूं। और शायद मुझे जो सौभाग्य मिला है वो बहुत कम लोगों को मिला है। मैं 4 पीढ़ी इस परिवार के साथ जुड़ा हूं, 4 पीढ़ी, और चारों पीढ़ी मेरे घर आई है। ऐसा सौभाग्य बहुत कम लोगों को मिलता है और हर बार एक परिवार के सदस्य के रूप में आने का जब भी अवसर मिला है, मेरी खुशियां अनेक गुना बढ़ गई हैं।
This is what the PM said after his outreach. The message is clear, not lost on anyone. A day later, today, Jamiat Ulema Hind Chief Mahmood Madani has said that there is rising Islamophobia in India. While speaking at the 3-day plenary session of the Jamiat Ulema Hind, Mahmood Madani questioned the use of UAPA laws, also doubted the independence of judiciary in our country. He didn't stop here, viewers. He said that a rabid propaganda was being spread against Islam and that those who are doing so are enjoying a long rope, suggesting that UAPA cases have been slapped against Muslims for minor offences. Madani claimed that those tarnishing the image of Islam are being allowed to roam free. He went on to claim that Muslims are being tortured in this country.
आज हमारा मुल्क नफरत और मजहबी तासुब की जद में है। मजहब इस्लाम, इस्लामी तहजीब और कल्चर, बिलखुसूस सरवर कायनात आकाए नामदार ताजदार मदीना सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के खिलाफ बेहुदा और बेबुनियाद प्रोपेगेंडे की मुहिम पूरे शबाब पर है। अरबाब इक़्तिदार सुप्रीम कोर्ट के तंबीहात के बावजूद उन्हें आज़ाद छोड़कर उनकी हौसला अफजाई कर रहे हैं। कहीं छोटे मामले पर लोगों पे UAPA लगता है, इन्हें सबको UAPA लगा के बंद करना चाहिए ना। लेकिन गुज़िश्ता कुछ अरसे से बिलखुसूस बाबरी मस्जिद, तलाक़ सलासा वगैरह पर, और भी बहुत सारे हैं, ये 2 का जिक्र में करके वगैरह पर फैसलों के बाद ये तासुर आम हो रहा है कि अदालतें रियासत के दबाव में काम कर रही हैं। ये मुसलमानों का पहला वतन है, इसलिए ये कहना, ये समझना और ये बोलना कि इस्लाम बाहर से आया हुआ कोई मजहब है, ये सरासर गलत और तारीखी एतबार से बेबुनियाद है। इस्लाम इसी मुल्क का मजहब है और सभी मजाहिब में, सारे धर्मों में, सारे रिलीजन में सबसे पुराना मजहब है। इसलिए मैं वाज़े तौर से कहता हूं कि भारत हिंदी मुसलमानों के लिए वतनी और दीनी दोनों हैसियतों से सबसे अच्छी जगह है।
The Jamiat spokesperson Niaz Ahmad Faruqi told Times Now that at the plenary meeting, the Muslim body will pass a resolution against Islamophobia, among other things, and said Madani's statement only reflect what is the reality.
देखिए, हमने कहा कि इसको देश किसी कम्युनिटी के एंगल से नहीं देखना चाहिए, देश के एंगल से देखना चाहिए। देश में बहुत सारे लोग विभिन्न स्थितियों में रहते हैं और उनके अपने अलग अलग धर्म के मानने वाले हैं, अलग अलग उनके कस्टम्स हैं। तो हमारे हर चीज के अंदर एक तो नहीं हो सकता है, तो सारे मुल्क के अंदर एक सबका कानून अलग अलग है। इस एक कानून के ऊपर इतनी जिद क्यों की जा रही है कि अगर बेंच ऑफ थॉट पे कुछ बातें कही गई हैं जो कि इस्लाम और मुसलमानों के फेवर में नहीं है, तो कुछ बातें अब जो हमारे सरसंघचालक जी जो कह रहे हैं वो उनको अलग उसमें देखिए। हम हमेशा तारीख की जो जंजीर है उसमें अपने कब तक बंधे रहेंगे, तो हमें उसको तोड़ना पड़ेगा।
However, Hindu organizations including Hindu Mahasabha, the VHP, have slammed Madani's comment, accusing him of spreading poison and fear-mongering.
मौलाना मदनी
बात तो बराबरी की करते हैं और जहर अलगाववाद का बोते हैं। कहते हैं कि इस्लाम सबसे पुराना धर्म है, वो कहीं बाहर से नहीं आया, मुसलमानों की पहली मातृभूमि है। लेकिन कभी किसी मुसलमान को ये नहीं कहते कि वंदे मातरम भी बोलो, भारत माता की जय भी बोलो। नहीं, सरकार को शत्रुमुख बोलेंगे, न्याय व्यवस्था पर, हमारे संविधान के पालनकर्ताओं पर उंगली भी उठाएंगे, न्यायालयों पर भी टीका टिप्पणी करेंगे।
मदनी साहब को इस बात को समझना चाहिए कि ये जब आपकी पितृभूमि है तो पुण्य भूमि भी इसको बनाइए और आपके जो पूर्वज हिंदू थे उसका सम्मान करिए। और हमें लगता है कि यहाँ के प्रति ईमानदारी बरतिए। नहीं, भारत है वो ठीक है, लेकिन उतना नहीं है जितना मोहन भागवत जी का, जितना मोदी जी का, जितना हमारा आपका है, उतना उनका तो नहीं है। उसका कारण ये है, मैं पहले ही बताया, क्योंकि वो सिर्फ मातृभूमि पितृभूमि मानते हैं। ये उनके लिए एक होटल की तरह है कि रहा, खाया, पिया और चले गए। पुण्य भूमि नहीं है। पुण्य भूमि जब होता है तो उसको वहां से लगाव होता है।
Now you heard the comments. Let's open this up. Zafar Sareshwala, former Chancellor, Maulana Azad, the National Urdu University, one of India's foremost social political commentators, needs no introduction, really. Rahul Ishwar, another known face, activist, political analyst. Karan Verma, author, political analyst. Tanveer Ahmed, spokesperson of the JDS. Kamruzaman Chaudhary of the Congress Party, and Professor Atikur Rahman, Islamic scholar, completes the panel. Good evening, gentlemen. Now, Mr. Sareshwala, I want to begin by you, sir. You saw the outreach yesterday, and this is not an isolated incident. This is not the first time that the Prime Minister has done something like this. But despite all of that, you have comments like these from Mahmood Madani. He says Muslims are being tortured. Islamophobia is on the rise.
See, Prime Minister's outreach, actually it started in Gujarat itself. You know, when he was the Chief Minister, in Gujarat he started for the first time. There's a very old mosque, more than 650-year-old Sarkhes Mosque, which he refurbished, made it absolutely beautiful, and he started first time ever in Gujarat Sufi music festival. And it was in the courtyard of that mosque, where very famous mausoleum of a scholar is there, 600-year-old, and he himself used to be there. At least I have seen, at least for 4 years, he used to be there in that music festival. After that, several Muslim initiatives on education, he would come. In fact, I remember there is one very old school, Anjuman Islam, which was set up originally 100 years back by Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, the frontier Gandhi. Mr. Modi supported that Anjuman Islam with a check of 25,000 rupees. He said, this is just a token of my appreciation for which you are doing. Whatever problem you have, come to me. And then, just before he became the Prime Minister, he inaugurated a Muslim conclave, business conclave. Not only that, he remained there for more than 2 hours. And his outreach has been, in fact, Sufi conference was there in, I think, 2016-17. He was the chief guest. After that, King Abdullah of Jordan had written a commentary on Quran. And that function, he was the chief guest, and Mr. Madani was there, one of the speaker on stage. After that, so this has been going on. With regards to Islamophobia, or whatever a lot of people have been talking, that yes, something is happening. There are some incidents of lynching. All these kinds of things are also happening. It is not new. It has been happening before, but now it is extrapolated because of social media and all that. But out of a large country and 135 crore population, such incidents do happen. You cannot generalize that this is the only thing happening in India. If the Hindus in this country would have been against the Muslims, then I would not have been able to live here. In fact, I am doing an enterprise called Education to Entrepreneurship. It is called Talim o Tarbiyat. We have been doing these programs, and in last 7 years, I have done these programs in 56 cities of the country. I have traveled extensively in these cities I have not found anywhere कि मुसलमान डरा हुआ है.
तो फिर ये आ कहां से रहा है सर? If you can't see it, how is it that the likes of Mr. Madani see it every 3 months, every 6 months? This is not the first time that he is done so or said so. ये दिख कैसे जाता है इनको? Let me bring in Tanveer Ahmed. Now, Mr. Ahmed, I have great regards for you, sir. You know, you measure your words when you speak. Do you really agree with what Mr. Madani had said?
Firstly, I would like to say that this country doesn't belong to Muslims or Hindus. This country belongs to everyone who's living in this country. And I do have, there are certain points of Mr. Madani. I agree. There are certain points of Mr. Madani. I don't agree. Firstly, I don't doubt nationalism of Mr. Madani, because we all know that when Pervez Musharraf had come to India, Madani is the one who blasted Pervez Musharraf and told that you don't need to really do any propaganda missionary in favor of Muslims, because Indian Muslims are capable of taking care of themselves because they want to live with the Hindu brethren. That is one thing. And second thing, I totally agree with Zafar Sareshwala ji, where he said that there are certain incidents, but there are certain incidents which are blown out of proportion, and the fringe elements are not being taken to task. That's something which we cannot really deny about it. But third and important, Prime Minister going to the Sufi festival, Prime Minister giving support to the Muslim entrepreneurs, that's the duty of the Prime Minister. That's absolutely the duty of the Prime Minister. But one thing which is really welcoming is he going to the Bohra community festival, Bohra community program is absolutely great. But this type of program should happen on everyday basis. You and I agree, and everybody who's sitting here on the panel should definitely agree. The hatred is absolutely growing.
Okay,
we need to really come as a bridge to bridge this gap. It's not about whether we believe in Mr. Madani's statement or not. This country, what it was in the year 1980s,
I just want to add to what you're saying,
Tanveer Ahmed. Really work hard.
No, sir, if you know, the last point is where I differ with you. You're saying that let's not read too much into it. Either you disagree with Mr. Madani or you agree. Now you can't have this thing, because look, when you know people like Madani say these things, all this is amplified by the ecosystem, goes out of the country, and a narrative is sought to be built. Rahul Ishwar wants to respond to what you just said.
Yeah, Pranesh, just 3 submissions, especially for us as South Indian or Indian from South. I was so proud that when our PM went to Saudi Arabia, he presented a gold replica of Chairman Perumal Mosque, which we believe is the 3rd oldest mosque after Holy Mecca and Holy Medina, and that was the gift to the Saudi king. See, this is the pluralism that Modi ji has been building. He's connecting to different people. And the unfortunate thing is, when somebody is extending the olive branch, when somebody is hugging you, you are pulling him away, you are pushing him away, you are saying that it is not good. See, positivity gives more positivity. You should not meet positivity with negativity. Modi ji has been consistently towing a Gandhian line on Hindu-Muslim unity, bringing people together. He even pointed out that a very close Muslim friend of his stayed with him during his childhood, and his mother used to prepare extra dishes for him in Eid. Such kind of positive thoughts have been emanated from Modi ji for long. And he even had the great strength to condemn the extreme wrong people who are involved in the entire so-called cow Rakshak brigade. And Modi ji went on to say that, it angers me when I see somebody misuses Goma.
No, Rahul Ishwar, then why are the likes of Mr. Madani saying what they are saying?
That's the exact issue. See, they are unfortunately, with due respect to Madani Sahab, who really blasted Pervez Musharraf, with due respect, he should be giving more positivity. Modi ji is bent upon creating more positivity, and when it is met with negativity, when it is not met with the equal amount of response, it only creates more disappointment.
So this is not really responsible commentary. This is bordering fear mongering, is what you are saying. Atikur Rahman Sahab, मैं आपके पास आता हूं, पर Karan Verma, there is a pattern to comments like these. Mr. Madani just happens to be the latest echoing the same thing.
So, Pranesh, with due respect to Tanveer Saab, whom I greatly respect, I completely beg to differ about Mr. Madani, and I want to explain the audience who Mr. Madani is. He is the head of Jamaat-e-Ulema-e-Hind, the organization that comes to the forefront. Whenever any terror accused or convicted is found, they come in front to give legal aid. Mr. Madani was the front runner who came when 2008 Ahmedabad blast case happened and the convicted were convicted by a lower court. He said, we will fight, we will give them legal aid. He has come forward to give aid to the accused and convicted of 7/11, 26/11, Malegaon blast case, Ahmedabad blast case, Best Bakery case, and the killers of Kamlesh Tiwari. So that is what Mr. Madani is. I am not going to be swayed by one rebuttal of his in a conclave to Pervez Musharraf, because I believe actions speak louder than words, and this is what Mr. Madani is. He has zero credibility and he has been a fear and a terror monger from day one. That is number one. Secondly, as far as Prime Minister's outreach to Bohra Muslims, let me tell you, besides these outreaches and tokenisms, no Prime Minister in the history has done more for Muslims than Prime Minister Modi, and I am putting out some facts. 3 of the flagship schemes of Prime Minister Modi, Awas Yojana, Muslims are 14.2%, however the beneficiaries of Awas Yojana are 31% Muslims. Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana, Muslims are 14.2%, but the beneficiaries are 36%. Mudra Yojana, 37% of the beneficiaries are Muslims. Shadi Shagun scheme exclusively for Muslim girls. So the fact of the matter is, we can go on talking about tokenisms. Mr. Modi has put money where his mouth is, and
he is walking the talk. Kamruzaman Chaudhary, the Prime Minister, is walking the talk. His government is walking the talk, says Karan Verma. He is given you the numbers.
Well, first and foremost, you know, all those schemes that Karan Verma just now read out to you, these are all supposed to be as per Modi ji's secular schemes. Just other day he told in the parliament. So I doubt if there is data being kept by the government of India on religious lines. So there is another hypocrisy being exposed out here. Then first and foremost, with regards to the outreach of Prime Minister
Modi,
but you know something.
What is this now, Mr. Chaudhary? Now, sir, let's not be.
I hope.
Pranesh, now when Muslims are the beneficiaries,
I hope this is not a rapid fire section.
Now you want to turn secular. At least give him credit.
This is not a stage.
Credit today.
This is not a. This is not a.
Far more than their percentage. Let's applaud that today.
I am coming. I am
coming. Just because you are exposed, you can't change the track.
Pranesh,
admit to it today that Mr. Modi's schemes Muslims have benefited the most.
Please have his word. Let him have his word. We'll come back with a follow-up to Mr. Chaudhary. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. Now the point out here is that, you know, these outreach programs. Now what does the outreach program seek to serve? Basically what I feel is those stage managed events, you know, is not being able to change the perception of the Muslims towards the BJP, RSS and the Hindutva groups out here in India. The Prime Minister of India was expected to issue condemnation of hate-mongering speeches that are very rampant in the country right now. He did not utter a single word during Nupur Sharma's case. He did not utter a single word when Bilkis Banu's rapists were released. He is not even reprimanding the Assam government now, which is imposing POSCO acts against the society, when we all know that the child marriage is a societal
I'm
problem.
glad you're talking about what is happening in Mr. Chaudhary, now 1 minute, sir. Now 1 minute. Now, because we don't have anyone from the BJP, so I can't speak for the BJP, but because you're talking about the crackdown in Assam, let me give you the data that we have, because Nibir Deka, our correspondent on the ground, has done the hard work. He's gone, met people, filed reports that tells you that this is not selective at all. While the Congress and the AIUDF would have us believe that this is a witch hunt against Muslims, that's not the case.
No. Pranesh, just permit me 30 seconds to explain the Assam situation. I was born, brought up in Assam. I know the ground situation at least little better than your ground reporter. First and foremost.
No, Mr. Chaudhary, we have the data to tell you, sir. You know, this is not my imagination.
Very remote location. I never said, Pranesh, I never said it was a Hindu-Muslim divide. The perception out there in Assam is not about Hindu-Muslim. It is a crackdown against child marriages who have been convicted or who have been accused out there. Now, most of the cases where POSCO Act has been imposed out there,
which is illegal,
seems to be and happens to be from a particular community.
That is
now,
wrong. But that is wrong. I will not allow you to perpetuate that. No, 1 minute. No, I am not allowing this, Mr. Chaudhary. That is not true, sir. Please, let's be responsible, sir. Please, you know I don't interrupt you. Please, let's not say this. You know, this is disservice. This is, you know, disinformation. Let's not do that. The crackdown is, sir, as much against Hindus as it is as it is against the Muslims. But this crackdown is not about Hindu Muslim. This is about our daughters. This is about child brides, sir. Please. Let's rise above politics and discuss this. Now, Atikur Rahman Saab has been listening to us intently. Now, let me, we'll have a separate debate, sir. We've been discussing child marriage crackdown. Mr. Chaudhary, now please. Sir, allow me to get in others also, please.
Not on this, on the
main point. Let me, now you made some points.
30 seconds I will take.
Okay. Boliye, sir, 30
point here is that, you know, the outreach program that Modi seems to achieve is very good. He is trying to divide the Pasmandas, the Bohras.
Okay, this is also divisive. This outreach is divisive. Now, I don't know what to say. Atikur Rahman Saab, if the Prime Minister reaches out to the Bohra community or to the Pasmandas, this is divide and rule according to Mr. Chaudhary.
Well, Pranesh, every community, they demand that the prime ministers and the chief ministers, the high, people should visit their mosques and their ceremonies. I have no doubt that all the Bohras must be very happy. Here the question is, nothing certifies the prime minister that if he is, doling doles for the minority community, he also gets the, power to remain silent. Now, all the praises which all the panelists have been, putting forth regarding the Prime Minister, the Honorable Prime Minister, may I add some more feathers to his cap? He was silent on the Bilkis Bano when the rapists got released. He was silent when there were no vehicles for the army to move, preventing the riots in Gujarat. He was silent on the murder of Ehsan Jafri. When he phoned him, he was silent and he spoke on those election rallies wherein he got to get votes.
Okay.
That Shamshan and Kabristan will be culminating in votes.
Great.
Only
now you think, 1 minute, sir. I just have one question to ask you.
But he remains
and put your, put your hand on your heart and answer this. Atikur Rahman Saab, you believe Prime Minister Modi is Islamophobic? Is the Supreme Court also Islamophobic?
101%.
Supreme Court is Islamophobic.
101% under the cloak of the RSS.
Okay, there you
under
go,
the
sir.
Cloak
there you
of
go.
The RSS.
Now, isn't this contemptuous?
I mean,
is this responsible commentary? I don't think even Tanveer Ahmed or Kamruzaman Chaudhary will agree with what you just said. Tanveer Ahmed Saab.
This is painful.
My good friend Mr. Atikur Rahman, I think, when we are sitting on a national platform, we need to really hold our tongue before we speak. Prime Minister Modi is the Prime Minister of India. He is not Prime Minister for any particular community or class. He is the Prime Minister of India. Accusing him of things like that, what you are saying, Islamophobic, I would totally not agree to it, neither my party. We are the one who is fighting BJP on the ground. We are the one who's fighting. By making a statement like this, you can get 3-4 minutes of national frame, but it is really going to do a permanent, it is permanently going to destroy
rise above this, Kamruzaman Chaudhary. Everything is not about politics. No. What is this? When is the alliance happening? No. What is this? You want Tanveer Ahmed to echo? No. 1 minute. You want Tanveer Ahmed. You want no, but what is this? This is nothing to do with alliance. This is nothing to do with politics, sir. Please, everything is not politics. Rise above it.
It is very
Mr. Chaudhary, please.
No.
Now, are you justifying the comments against the Supreme Court?
It is politics.
Are you justifying what Atikur Rahman just said?
No, never.
Then why are you trivializing it by saying when is the alliance happening?
But
No, if and but के अलावा भी होता है ना, Mr. Chaudhary. Do not, people are watching, sir. I'm sure they can see through.
No,
Mr. Zafar Sareshwala. So I don't know what to say after what Atikur Rahman has said about Supreme Court. And look how
you have banned the PFI.
I'm more shocked
Pranesh,
by the manner in which Kamruzaman Chaudhary is playing this down. This is not funny, Mr. Sareshwala.
Of course it is.
Pranesh,
of course it is not funny.
See,
Just
I will come basically, Pranesh, yeah. I'll continue where I had ended with regards to hatred. Is it the norm in the country? No. There are certain quarters, certain people who thrive on hate. And they are the same people who were there 15, 20 years back. They are the same numbers. If at all hate towards Muslims or hatred towards Muslims would have been norm in this country, I have one example, very peculiar. Tabligh Jamaat. The Tabligh Jamaat people, they move across the country, and any given time, as we are talking now, there must be at least 10 to 20,000 Tablighis moving in one train or the other. And they have got the typical dress, topi, kurta, pajama, dadi, and they also pray in the train. अगर ये ऐसी hatred होती और ऐसी तकलीफ होती तो रोज 10 किस्से सामने आते. हो सकता है कि 100 में से एक आध ऐसा किस्सा आता है. I was there the other day at the Tabligh Jamaat Markaz and I asked them that do the people who travel with you in train look towards you with hatred? They said no. So yes, something is happening. There are a few people who are doing it, but
that's true of every society.
India
why run down India? Why does it become India bashing? Sir, do you want to withdraw the comment that you made about the Supreme Court?
Please do. Please do.
Where? Pranesh underlined the words that under the cloak of the RSS, the BJP is Islamophobic. The Prime Minister has acted as a Islamophobic person in all the election rallies. You pick up any
No.
speech
What
of the
you
Prime
said
Minister,
after that about the
either
Supreme
in
Court,
Uttar Pradesh
sir.
or in West Bengal or anywhere
You
in the
can
country,
call the Prime Minister
he
Islamophobic.
Is the Islamophobic Prime Minister.
You are now
votes.
crossing a line when you say this thing about the Supreme Court.
You cannot call our Supreme Court Islamophobic.
Where does the Supreme Court comes in? Pranesh, where does the Supreme Court comes in?
I asked you a question. You said yes under the cloak of the RSS.
I haven't.
Now either you didn't hear me or you are now pretending
under the cloak of the RSS, the Prime Minister acts as a Islamophobic person. Do you hear me?
Okay, so I think
Set
you know
this
what,
RSS cloak.
he's actually trying to withdraw his remarks, so let's not stretch it. But let's come back to the point Tanveer Ahmed was making, that while he's not endorsing everything what Mr. Madani had said.
Set the cloak of the RSS.
Point taken, sir, point taken. Don't get excited because, in the heat of things, people tend to say something and then you know what happens. Fir sartan and all that follows. So, let's not
Thanks
go.
for giving me a chance for clarifying this.
Of course, sir, of course. We are responsible in everything that we do. And you appear here frequently. I have great regards for you. Now, I want to bring in Rahul Ishwar again about what Tanveer Ahmed said. He said, look, I don't endorse everything that Mr. Madani said, but it can't be denied that one community is being targeted. Rahul Ishwar, is it really true?
No, absolutely, that is not true. Just two submissions. There is a beautiful verse in Holy Quran, 41:34, which says we should deal negativity with positivity. And when you deal negativity with positivity, those people who are against you become your good friends. That's a very beautiful passage of Holy Quran. And that should be the attitude of every person. We should have that kind of positivity. And I'm proud that our PM, beyond any politics, is pursuing that path of positivity. He even said it in as many words, going to Dawoodi Bohra, saying that I'm your family member. He has been, and one more point I would like to highlight is
you can quote these verses, but Kamruzaman Chaudhary is not convinced. He's shaking his head.
Just one line. Mohammed bin Salman of Saudi Arabia is proudly saying, I am the younger brother of Modi, and who is the ruler of Holy Mecca.
Who is MBS? All that matters is what Kamru Zaman Chaudhary thinks. Mr. Chaudhary.
These are electoral considerations. These are just electoral.
No, Mr. Chaudhary. Let's move over MBS. Let's bring in Mr. Chaudhary. Now, sir, before you, I know you've prepared a piece. I know.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, let me tell you, sir. In 2016, in Kharagpur, in Bengal, correct me if I'm wrong, the Prime Minister was at a rally. He stopped his speech for Azan. You were talking about tokenism, symbolism. In 2018, the Prime Minister is in Singapore and visits the Chulia Mosque. 2018, Indore, PM visited the Bohra Mosque, invoked Imam Hussain on Ashara Mubarak. 2018, Indonesia, PM visits the Istiqlal Mosque. Now, all this is documented. Now, you can't say, nahi, ye nahi hua. What you can still say, though, is that ye to tokenism hai, photo opportunity hai.
Pranesh, 2 points regarding your question. First, the Prime Minister refused to wear a skull cap, and that video is viral in the minds of entire Muslim community of India. Point number 1. Point number 2.
Sir, why should he wear a skull cap, sir?
Why should he wear a skull cap?
Mr. Prime Minister, I want to ask you,
No. Answer Tanveer Ahmed, sir. Tanveer Ahmed, he is not yet in an alliance with the BJP. Ab answer to
or any Muslim scholars will wear a tilak. No, let's not talk about skull caps, please. No. Skull cap is a particular identity of a Muslim. Let's not really make... See, just because you want to trivialize the issue, see, this is what is the problem. People like Mr. Kamru Zaman comes and makes a statement here. We need to really face the ire of the people when we go and campaign for election, for secularism.
But it is not Kamru Zaman Chaudhary. It is the ideology of the party he represents.
Thank you, Tanveer bhai.
This is hypocrisy.
When you talk about
this is absolute hypocrisy,
about
sir.
Different communities.
Will you wear a tilak? Will you wear a tilak? I'm asking you, Mr. Kamru Zaman, will you wear a tilak?
Your video clipping is getting viral in Karnataka about the position of the JDS in Karnataka elections.
But he is asking you a straight question. No, 1 minute. Kamru Zaman Chaudhary.
Karnataka very much.
But sir, he is asking you a question. You said, I remember the last time we were on a panel. Mr. Sareshwala, I am coming to you. Now, Mr. Chaudhary, last time we were on a panel, you said, you are speaking like a BJP spokesperson. Now, will you tell Mr. Ahmed that he is also a BJP spokesperson? अब वो सवाल पूछ रहे हैं, उनको जवाब दे दीजिए.
No. Apart from the topic, just I wanted to ask Tanveer.
No. Why apart from the topic?
He's
asking you a direct question on the skull cap that you.
No, a very vital question. I'm asking a direct question. Okay, now coming to the skull cap. You know what is a skull cap signify for the Muslims? You cover your head in front of Allah. That is the basic purpose, because I am a practicing Muslim. I know the significance of that skull cap. Now when the Prime Minister...
Will you apply tilak?
No, sir, I am from Bengal. We all worship, we all visit. Why not? We are not the bigots. We will refuse anybody else. We are in a pluralistic society. We go to Durga Puja in Bengal, and we are proud of the Durga Puja culture in Bengal.
So going is more important or wearing the tilak is?
Visit my social media profiles.
No, Mr. Chaudhary, don't get worked up.
It's not the question of the tilak or the skull cap.
Then why are you making it the question?
On the
there you go. Now you are saying it is not about the skull cap or tilak.
My basic point out here. No.
Mr. Sareshwala coming in. Yes, sir.
When you go in for...
Now, let me bring in Mr. Sareshwala.
Yeah,
quick point.
See, with regards to the skull cap, I was there. Pranesh, when this incident happened, I was there. And I am quoting verbatim what happened. That Maulana put skull cap, तो मोदी साहब ने कहा कि मौलाना ये छोड़ दीजिए. मौलाना के कंधे पे एक चादर थी, green color की, which is significance to Islam, and kalma was written on it. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. मोदी साहब ने बोला एक काम करो, ये मुझे दे दो. And Modi took that चादर and he put it on it.
अब ये कमरू ज़मान चौधरी ने नहीं देखा.
Now, but these are symbolism. It doesn't. ये हम थे वहां पर. ये हुआ है. ये आप फिर से देखिए वीडियो. वो वीडियो में है कि मोदी साहब ने वो चादर ली. बट प्रणेश, दीज डोंट मैटर एनीथिंग, इसलिए कि स्कल कैप जो है वो इस्लाम का कोई सिंबल नहीं है. लोग अब मस्जिद में टोपी पहनने वाले बहुत कम मिलेंगे. नाउ कमिंग टू द मूट पॉइंट कि वेदर हिंदुस्तान में हिंदू मुसलमान से नफरत करता है कि नहीं करता. ये मैं तालीम और तरबियत के जो प्रोग्राम कर रहा हूं, अब तक मैंने 56 प्रोग्राम किए और जिसका सबसे बड़ा एडवांटेज मुसलमानों को मिलता है. प्रणेश, यू विल बी सरप्राइज, मेरे हर 56 प्रोग्राम में जो सपोर्ट किया है 98% हिंदुओं ने किया है, जबकि उनको मालूम है कि इसका फायदा मुसलमानों को होगा. तो ऐसा नहीं है, आइसोलेटेड इंसिडेंट होते हैं, लेकिन मैं इतना कहूंगा कि मुसलमान इस मुल्क में बहुत ही सेफ है. आइसोलेटेड इंसिडेंट तो हर मुल्क में होते हैं.
No, by listing these things, you have actually isolated Kamruzaman Chaudhary on the panel. He stands isolated. Tanveer Ahmed asked him a question. He had no answer.
No, I am not isolated.
No, sir, I didn't mean it that way. But sir, you brought up skull cap. Then you said skull cap is not important. So I don't think you're confused. You don't know who to back. मदनी को बैक करना है या मोदी को कुछ और बोलना है या क्या स्टैंड है. Maybe it'll take you some time, sir. Let it all sink. Take time, let it sink in, and then maybe we can have an evolved debate. But I thank all of you. I'm running out of time, Mr. Chaudhary. Please forgive me, Mr. Sareshwala, Rahul Ishwar, Karan Verma, Tanveer Ahmed Saab, Kamruzaman Chaudhary, Professor Atikur Rahman. Thank you for your time. Stop fear mongering is our hashtag. That is actually the spirit. These are isolated incidents. Let's not paint India as Islamophobic.